Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1963 Volkswagen Beetle. Now this has 960 horsepower, 630 pounds-feet of torque from a 4-litre twin-turbocharged flat-six engine, and the car itself weighs 2,013 pounds. Now it has all-wheel drive, off-road tyres and off-road suspension, and it can do 0 to 60 in 3.320 seconds, 0 to 104.8 seconds, and go to a top speed of 237 miles an hour. Now, the fastest classic Volkswagen that we've had on this series so far is the Baja Bug, but that's obviously meant for going off-road. It's not really a road car, so the fastest road car that we've had from Volkswagen in this kind of era is the Type 3 1600L, with the Karmann gear less than 0.3 of a second behind. So, yeah, I'm hoping this car can come around that kind of time, because obviously it is the same kind of base vehicle, and yeah, also sharing the same kind of power as well, though this is actually slightly lighter than the Karmann gear, weirdly enough, especially considering this is a much larger car. But in all honesty, I wouldn't really prefer this to be quicker than both of those two road-going Volkswagens, because I do loathe this vehicle. It's easily one of my least favourite cars that has been on the Forza series in pretty much every game, I think. So yeah, I'm not a fan of it by any means, but I'm still going to give it its best shot possible, because it's only fair. But yeah, in all honesty, I would rather it wasn't all that great, because I hate the car, to be honest. Even though obviously it's a basis for a couple of cars that I do really rather like the look of. That's a bit of a spin out there, because obviously the Karmann gear and the Type 3 are somewhat based off this vehicle, the Karmann gear in particular. So yeah, it's weird that how a car that you hate can also be the basis for a car that you really rather like. But then again, that Karmann gear had more power than this, looked a lot better as well, and was slightly more fun to drive. But this is lighter than that car that was on this series, but obviously that car is also meant to deal with more power than this, so yeah, even though they share the same power, this is dealing with far more power than the Karmann gear ever would have done with the same power as this. This was really rather useless in terms of horsepower and stock form. This Karmann gear, though far from the fastest sporting car of the decade, certainly did have more power than this. Oh dear, slightly all over the place there. Yeah, it seems a little bit less controllable than the Karmann gear or the Type 3. Not sure whether or not the engine in this is further back than the Type 3 or the Karmann gear, but it did seem to have more oversteer issues, and as a result it's far behind. Even worse than the Volkswagen double cab pickup at 2 minutes 14.428 seconds. It's nearly a second slower than that double cab pickup. Way slower than the Type 3 and the Karmann gear, which were around 2 minutes 10, and even slower than the Volkswagen Baja Bug, which was around the same time. And it's at least quicker than the Type 2 Deluxe, but then again that's a far heavier vehicle with a far higher ground clearance and far higher centre of gravity as well, so that was a really rather uncontrollable vehicle. But it is quicker than that. It's also quicker than the likes of the MGB GT from MG, the Mini X-Ray John Cooper Works Buggy, the Porsche 959 Rally Car, and the Morgan Freewheeler. But yeah, nowhere near as fun to drive as the Type 3 or the Karmann gear, because yeah, it does seem to have way more oversteer issues and less grip or less control really. Again, like I said earlier, I don't know whether or not that's because the Volkswagen Beetle had its engine further back than the Type 3 or the Karmann gear, but yeah, it certainly felt a lot more oversteering and a lot more weight felt like it was at the rear end than those two cars. So yeah, for whatever reason, a lot more oversteering as a result, a lot slower. But yeah, could have been worse. Fortunately it wasn't, but it could have been, and yeah, far from the bottom, even though it's probably my least favourite car that we've taken on the series so far. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.